there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of Kit Conspiracy. Today I am working on this paper that has half of a sunburst on it. I think it's really cute, but I'm going to cut it apart. So, right off the bat, that's the first thing I decided to do. Um, I am going to cut it apart and then I play with it for quite a while because I'm not really 100% sure what I'm going to do. But I do know that I want my pieces in triangles. And so I play with that for a little while before I decide what the end result is going to be. My, pardon me, my three photos here are of the oldest girl that I take care of. And these are old photos of she was more than a year old, but under two. And I had taken her to the park and I just took pictures of her playing on the grass. And she's got on a tulle skirt that is rainbow in color and a turquoise top that has pink on it. And so I thought it was just perfect for this particular paper. So as I'm cutting those apart, I'm thinking I might leave some white space between them and see how far I can make this span rather than just being a half a sheet of paper. Maybe I can get it 3/4 of the way around. And I toyed with the idea of maybe inking up underneath these strips to have kind of more of a sunburst effect. None of that really worked out for me, you guys. I didn't end up liking it. Um, I don't know. It just didn't work. But you see me here playing with it, and maybe you can make it work. And total, which is totally, my hat's off to you if you can. But I just didn't. It wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't working for me, and perhaps it might have looked better if I had cut off the edges of the paper so that I couldn't see them sticking out like a pinwheel. I might have been happier with it, but I didn't want to do that without knowing what I was going to want to do because then once I cut it, it's cut and I'm done. Um, so I decide it's not gonna work, but I sat there for a while. I also sat there thinking about those sequins that are or shaker fillers that are on the right hand side there, and I thought about maybe lifting one of those areas up and making it a shaker pocket. I also thought about using some black ink here and making it like it's coming out from behind the starburst. I really liked the addition of black to um, the layout with all of the bright colors, but I don't end up liking the way it looks. And I could have kept going. It probably would have looked better if I had done more. Sometimes more is more, and it works better. But I left all of those in there so you would know it doesn't always come 100% easy to me, in particular, or to probably any YouTuber. But anyway, um, any scrapbooker in general, that is. And so I just decided to leave that in there so you could see that the struggle is real. So now I'm just kind of playing around with where I want to put these and whether I want to leave a black um, piece of paper strip showing between each color or not. And what I decided is no, what I'm gonna do is I cut each one of those triangles in half. And then I roughed up where I cut them in half with my awesome distress tool from MK's shop, some assemblage required. And then I put them back together because what I really like about it is the white showing. It wasn't really so much the black. And actually, when I cut everything apart, you can see there's like a black edge between the two colors where it looks like there's some faux stitching and some squiggles and doodles. And I really liked those. So I put them back together, but I really like the white in between. And that made me happy. So that is what I decided to go ahead and do. And I'm really happy with the way that it ended up turning out. So while I work on that, I just want to remind you that MK has a video today for Kit Conspiracy. This is my last day of official kit layouts. I will have some bonus video for you available, so I will share that later on um, for the remainder of November, and then I may end up having to go into December a little bit here and there as well because I did way more layouts for the beginning of the month than I had days available for those kits. If you're not sure what Kit Conspiracy is, basically MK and I started this series a couple years ago. Um, We use one kit for the first week of the month, then we switch to a new kit for the second week, and then the third week and the fourth week. And we do that for the month of November and April, and our kits are identical and matching um, in pretty much every way. So, for in our early series when we first started it, they weren't 100% matching. We worked out of our stash, and now we really just don't have that much in our stash that is old and matching. So we decided to keep the series going with newer kits, and we have invited people to play along. We have a Facebook group you can go and join if that's something you're interested in. This time around was the first time we offered the same kits available for pre-order. We're not selling them at this point anymore, but you could pre-order them a couple months in advance so that you would have the same kit to play along with us. And you are also welcome to kit up anything that you have in your stash or purchase anything that you want and play along as well. It doesn't have to match. So go and join the group and you'll get lots of inspiration over there. So I am now just trimming down my papers so that all of my edges are nice and lined up, and I am mounting it back onto this other ledger paper from the same collection. Now, I know it might seem wasteful because the top of the paper was already printed with kind of a mixed media look on it, but I would not have had the same result if I hadn't cut up all of those strips. I just really like the way that the white is peeking through at the bottom, and so I decided to go ahead and go with it. Now, as of filming this, MK and I were still waiting for two items from Pretty Little Studio. They had a printer breakdown, um, and it's taken them quite some time to get their printer replaced and get product out. And we still have not, as of the time of this video, received our package of daisies or our dictionary word papers. I'm not sure if they were labels or if they were just a cut apart. But what I did was I took a screenshot of it. I don't even know if I printed it in the correct size, but I am using one of the screenshot pieces. What I will do is once I receive the ones that are from Pretty Little Studio, I will replace it on my layout. And it'll probably look better and clearer because my screenshot's not that great, but I wanted a placeholder for it. And so if you purchased a kit and have not received them yet, don't worry. We're still waiting for them. I have not received it yet. MK has not received it yet either. But as soon as we get them, we will send those out to you. Um, the good news is I didn't use any daisies so far on my layout, and this is the first one of the dictionary meanings that I'm putting on my layout. But I do have more layouts to do with this collection. I just don't have more days in the month um, for this particular kit. So again, they're coming later. They're coming later, you guys, and then I will post them on here in my YouTube channel and in the Kit Conspiracy Facebook group. So I went around my entire paper with some Distress Oxide in tumbled glass and just inked up around my background paper so it's got a little bit more of the blue showing, which I really liked because her shirt is blue, so it kind of brings in that color even more. And then I am playing with these clouds and the title and trying to figure out exactly where I want everything. So this is actually the first layout that I did with this collection. I don't know why I'm uploading it last, but I am. So I just think it's really beautiful. And the little floral piece that I'm using is out of one of the ephemera packs. And then I really love the addition of the tickets and the clouds up at the top. I just think they're super cute floating up there. I've already got floating hearts, so why not add some floating clouds? I think that'll look adorable. I'm really curious to see what MK does with this paper because it's so bright and bold and colorful. I don't know. I'm just really curious to see what she ends up doing with it. Her style and my style are so different, and that is what we found to be so much fun for this particular series because we're working with all of the same products, but none of our stuff looks even remotely close to the same. And oddly, a lot of times we would end up posting using the same paper on the same day, but they're just completely different. So it's really cool just to see how you can use the same exact collection so differently. And then now that we have had opened it up for other people to order, we're seeing what other people are using as well and how they are making it completely different. So, I don't know, just amazing how our minds all work differently and using all of the same products. So, lots of fun in that. I am popping some of these things up onto some foam tape, especially those clouds. I think they need a little bit of a lift. And I am going to add the title up here, which just says Sweet Spring. This was a spring day that we just were out at the park hanging out, and she was picking dandelions and making wishes and blowing. Well, I don't know that she was actually making wishes. She's too little to even know what a wish is at this point, but she was blowing on them and really curious about what they would do and all of that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's just one of those cute kid discovery type things. I love watching them discover new things and learn new things, and it just makes my heart happy. So that's one part about my job that I really do love. I love a lot of it, but that's probably the most exciting part is seeing them learn new things and try new things and master new things. So, okay, onward, guys, onward. I'm off on a tangent. I am adding some of these little word phrases here onto some foam tape as well. And as you can see, my little dictionary phrase is there, but I am not putting anything to the left of it in case it is larger than what I have printed out. I just printed out on my selfie, so it's quite small. And it may come that it's a bit wider, but I have plenty of room for it to move a little bit left and it's not going to bother the layout at all. I am adding some black enamel dots to this layout so that it adds a little bit of added texture down here and I'm going to add some up at the top as well, but it's going to add a little added texture and a little added interest, and I think it's really cute. So the addition of the black makes me happy. I think the black against the bright colors is super pretty, and I don't know. I think I'm using black on every single one of the layouts using this collection just to make all of those colors pop. And that is it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, leave those down below. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe as well and hit the bell for notifications. And you'll get notified every time I release a new video. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys again real soon. Bye-bye.